Hello and good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for joining. It's finally Hack Day. It's finally the day where you find out what the prizes are, what the theme is going to be, and start hacking in around, let's have a look, 6 hours, 6.5 hours by the time we've rambled on. So just going to kind of very quickly go through the prizes. It won't take too long. If there are any questions, obviously let us know. The theme announcement is at 3 o'clock, I think. So in 3 hours time, I'll be doing the same thing. As with any of these sessions, any questions, let us know in the chat. I am going to be sharing my screen and I will flick to a presentation. So I may not be able to see your comments and questions straight away. But yeah, we obviously have Discord and stuff as well. So without further ado, I will turn my screen share on. And then blindly hope you are all able to see this. It's not too desperate if you can't anyway, but there we go. Athena Hackathon 2021 is finally upon us. Of the prizes, as some of you may know, taking part in our previous hackathons, our sponsors do get involved in distributing some of the prizes. So hopefully you've all been tuning into webinars throughout the week. You will have seen yesterday, in fact, both Account Technologies and Dojo speaking around various topics. And as well as that, as well as kind of mentoring throughout the weekend as well, they are getting involved with their own prizes. So I will move swiftly on. But before I do that, I do kind of want to caveat this and say, without being too cheesy, without it sounding too, oh God, and without rolling your eyes too much, this hackathon and kind of what it's all about is the taking part, not the winning, which, as I say, I know is very cheesy. But, you know, I think the kind of like mission statement for this for us is champion, encourage, inspire. And I think what's been great for us already before we've even started is the amount of people we've seen looking for teams that have said it's my first hackathon, the amount of people on sessions, you know, kind of looking for mentors, looking for tips because it's the first time they've done it. And that's what this hack is all about. So whilst we are going to go through the prizes, we'll see what's up for grabs. There will be stuff for you to win and compete. It is very much kind of encouraging you to get started in tech. So yeah, don't worry too much if you don't win them. But having said that, let's move on to Account Technologies. So they will be offering £500 worth of Amazon vouchers to the winning team. And their prize is the best solution to incorporate a financial element. So obviously, kind of financial organization. We'll kind of put a link in their chat, their website, so you can check them out if you haven't already. As I say, they had some great sessions yesterday, so definitely worth tuning into on YouTube if you missed them. But they are going to be offering a prize to the team who incorporates a financial element into their solution. Again, another addition to this is the theme announcement will be at 3 o'clock. So this is something we'll be building on. Make sure you tune into that one too. And that should hopefully be the last shameless plug of this session. Again, any questions around this, let me know. We'll have questions at the end. I will not be able to see them now, but I'll pick them up in the chat. But we will move on to Dojo's prize. And that will be a 2021 Apple iPad each. Of the 10.2-inch 64 gig specification. Again, yesterday, so this is kind of how do you win this? It's the All Things Considered award is what they're calling it, which is about the best full experience. Their workshop last night, again on YouTube, go and check it out if you missed it. All the links are on Discord, but it was kind of around TDD and code craftsmanship. They're not going to go as far as fine-tooth combing all your Git commits and checking it out and seeing who's tested each piece of code and who's been the best use of TDD. But I think they're kind of looking at kind of who was obviously tuned into their session, who's paid attention to what they were saying about code craftsmanship and kind of like best practices in that aspect, who has considered, the end-to-end journey from that perspective. So they will be judging that. And that's, I guess, something to mention with both of these prizes as well, is that people from each organization, so both Account Technologies and Dojo, will be judging each submission as well. And they've got their own panel. So it's been great to have them involved with the webinars. As I say, I think there's going to be mentors over the weekend as well. It won't stop here from both Account Technologies and Dojo. But yeah, keep an eye out. Go and watch their sessions, or if you haven't already, and yeah, compete for these prizes and have a think when you're putting your idea together of how you can meet these two categories. The third and final kind of prizes to mention is obviously our prizes and the overall stuff from our perspective. So this time round, the best overall solution will be £1,500 plus some swag. We're going to create and we're going to launch, touchwood, very soon, some more swag. I know it's kind of been something the community have been asking about for a while. We had kind of Athena t-shirts last time round as well. So we're going to create some bespoke Athena stuff, and we will send that to the winning team along with £1,500. Alongside that, we're doing kind of different categories this time round to see how that goes. The first of those being best idea. So that will be £500 plus some swag. And what I would say about best idea is, we're trying to kind of broaden the horizons a bit, I guess. And, as I mentioned at the start, it's very much encouraging people that haven't taken part before. Maybe you haven't started your journey into tech yet. There's a lot of beginner coders taking part, which is absolutely fine. But I think this category kind of falls into, you don't need that experience. You don't need to kind of nail that final solution. It can kind of go wrong and you can still come up with the best idea. That's something to think about, and we'll kind of judge that. Again, not to kind of like mention, oh, this will come up later, this will come up later, but in our intro session later on, we'll go through the judging criteria, and kind of the idea is part of that too. So whoever nails that the most, that's kind of how that will be judged. Again, we'll have internal and external judging panels looking at that and deciding on that. So yeah, just make sure that you're really nailing down your ideas. Make sure that you're thinking about it. Make sure that even if, it comes to Sunday morning and you think, I haven't got this done, I haven't got that done, it's not gone how I want it to do, power on, because there's every chance that you can still win best idea. And to go further with that as well, same with the best pitch, we'll have a kind of a couple of mentors from NHS Digital over the weekend, and they will be from the winning, or one of the winning teams at Athena in April. And one of the things that really set them apart was their pitch. So we will send a video out of that so that you can see it. Like, again, we'll have like a useful resources tab on our Discord, so you'll be able to see that. But yeah, just think about the pitch. Again, you may not be a coding expert, you may not have much experience, you may not be that happy with what you've put together over the weekend. It doesn't matter too much, kind of just focus on nailing your pitch, focus on your idea, and you can still be in with a chance. So yeah, that's £500 plus some swag too. And then just as a bit of fun, again, kind of comes around to, don't worry too much. If you've completely, you don't like your idea, you don't like your pitch, you're like, oh God, it's not gone well at all, just think of a funny name and we'll kind of have a laugh at that, and you can get some Athena swag. So yeah, they're the show code prizes. Just a quick reminder as well of the Account Technologies and Dojo prizes, so financial and the All Things Considered prize. We'll be publishing these again on Discord. This will be on our YouTube, not to sound like a broken record, but you can kind of come back and refer to it so you know what's at stake. So I will now exit the slides and see whether or not there are any questions about the prize, which I can see. So from winning, I'll turn my screen share off because that looks horrendous. So the £1,500 is for the whole team. So it depends how many of you there are. Obviously, you can have a maximum of 5. This time round, you don't have to have a team at all, so it could just be one of you. Obviously, we encourage people to team up and take part together. But the only prize that is per person will be the Dojo prize. So each person will get an iPad. Other than that, it will be kind of like split between the team. Obviously, you don't have to share a hoodie if we're giving out swag. We will make sure that we give out swag to everyone. So yeah, you don't have to worry too much about that. But hopefully that answers that question. Were there any more? I know that there probably wasn't too much to go through with that, and there wasn't too much that was too complicated. But yeah, hopefully that's all right for everyone, and hopefully you're all excited. I mean, as I said, halfway through that, there was a lot of first-time coders, there was a lot of beginners, there's a lot of self-taught, there's a lot of people who it's their first hackathon. So we're excited to have you, and hopefully you're excited too. I can see that, oh, someone's put their hand up to speak. Oh no, now it's gone. But yeah, if you do have a question and I've missed that, just pop it in the chat and I'll be more than happy to answer. But yeah, it's a pleasure to have you all. And oh, another question from Alicia as well. But yeah, it's a pleasure to have you all for your first hackathon. We're really honoured, and it's what this is all about. So yeah, whilst this is obviously a prize announcement, because everyone loves prizes, something to compete toward, it is the taking part that counts. Just wait for this question to come through. The suspense. But yeah, and make sure if you haven't already joined the Discord, you do as well, by the way. There was a question earlier about whether or not it was necessary to join the Discord. You don't have to. It's necessary to check in, which we'll go through later. You don't have to join the Discord, but we'll be kind of having things throughout the weekend on there that you can like take part in and stuff like that. So make sure you do if you want to get involved in the community side of a hackathon. And Alicia, do you still have this question? There we go. I think you've put your hand up to speak. There we go. Can you hear me?
Hi, Alex.
Hello.
I'm sorry, I had a small technical issues. No, the idea is brilliant. I just found you guys literally randomly. I don't even know how, but I'm pretty new to it. And my question is, because it's a lot to type in, so that's why.
That's fine, don't worry.
Can you tell me what is the scope of skills that is required in order to participate in this?
Yeah, so again, like I say, not to sound like a broken record, we'll go through it in a bit more detail later on so that everyone hears in the intro session, but it can be anything. So, a team should have a range of skills, or can have a range of skills. You don't necessarily have to, but you don't have to have any technical skills. If you're in a team that's full of coders or the front end, back end is covered, you can just be kind of like behind the pitch and behind the idea. You'll need business skills, you'll need like pitching skills, you'll need creative skills, you'll need ideas. So it basically covers a whole range of skills. The thing with hackathons that we love, and I think why it's so good for events like this and to try and encourage people into tech, is because you don't have to have those tech skills to start off with. As long as it's covered in some point, if someone in the team can code, that is probably necessary, but it doesn't necessarily have to be you. It kind of covers all bases, and beginners can get involved, and beginners can do really well. As I say, the idea aspect and that prize, that doesn't need any technical ability. That can just be won by anyone.
But there is obviously a task that the group has to perform. So in technical side, which languages would you say that it's the best to have a knowledge of?
Again, whatever you're comfortable with. So there's no specific framework, there's no specific testing. It won't be that we have to like fit it into an algorithm or a scoring profile. It will be that each project is reviewed by a judge manually. So it doesn't matter if you code in React, Java, JavaScript, Python, kind of whatever you're best suited to.
Would it be possible for me to just like watch what everybody else is doing, or is it just like out of camera going on the whole hackathon?
Yeah, so it's out of camera, but obviously if you're part of a team, then you can kind of set up group conversations and you can take a look. As I say, you don't have to kind of be technically proficient to do it. You just kind of get involved as a group, and all this as well. We'll kind of go into detail around this on the intro session as well.
And the last question, thank you so much for all of those. What is the task for the teams? What are we working on?
That will be revealed in the theme announcement.
Oh, it will be covered. Okay, lovely. Okay, thank you very much for that.
No worries. Trying to get ahead, trying to get an advantage already.
No, I'm just learning about this. Like I said, I'm super excited that that's this kind of opportunity, because I've been trying to Googling like for any hackathon going on in London, but that's awesome. Thank you very much for that.
No worries, and we'll hopefully be back in person soon as well. But yeah, join the theme announcement at 3 and we'll kind of go through that and can answer anything that way as well. Cool. Well, thank you very much for that one. Can a team win the whole prizes? So the way we do it is if you win the main prize, you may well have the best idea, you may well have the best name, you may well have that, but it will just be that you win the one prize. We won't do it so that you can win all of them. As we say, if you are the best overall solution, then obviously there's a chance you have the best idea, there's a chance you have the best pitch. So we want to keep those open for other teams as well. What you can do is you can win the sponsors prize. So if you win the overall prize and it includes finance, then you can win both prizes. If you win the overall prize and it includes finance and it's also the best experience, then there's a possibility that you could win those three as well. I would imagine that's doubtful that will happen because, different judges and different people expect different things, and there's a lot to focus on, let alone having a chance to win kind of like three things at once. But yeah, our prizes, it would be that if you win one, that's it. Maybe bar the name, unless that's like super good. But yeah, it will kind of just be that you can win one. With the sponsors, you can win our main one and a sponsor one as well. So hopefully that answers your question. And a question from Sandra as well, by the looks of things. Just invite you in. But yeah, as I say, hopefully everyone is looking forward to it. And again, there's an example, first hackathon. So hopefully we'll see a lot of that throughout the weekend. I think there is someone looking to speak. So let me see if I can invite them up as well. And it's the, I don't know those of you who have tuned into our hackathons before and our Athena in April, but we used WebEx back in April. So we're using a new platform at the minute that is slightly unfamiliar, and any kind of like inviting people up to speak and questions and screen sharing, and you never know what's going to go wrong and what's going to go right. So this may take a while. I'm trying to invite you up to speak. But no problem. Hopefully that makes sense around the prizes, because like I say, we kind of want to encourage as many people as possible to win, and there's every chance that if you win the best solution overall, you'll have the best of something else as well. So we want to keep that as open as possible if we can. I don't know, Sandra has requested to speak. I think I've allowed you up, but if it's not working, you can just pop a question in the chat, because again, anyone watching this retrospectively as well, so we'll obviously post it on our YouTube, and it may be that people are joining late. I think we've got kind of a few people from the US competing. It's the beauty of virtual is that it's global. So if you kind of have any questions and you're watching this back and you can't put them in the live chat, Discord's the place to ask. So yeah, we'll be available throughout there, and we'll be available over the weekend as well. So yeah, hopefully there will be no questions missed. But I think, I don't know if that's it or not. Can't see anyone else. So I think I will probably wrap it up there. There you go. So is this an international hackathon? It's only part of, no, so Sandra, it's for anyone across the globe to compete. It's, as I say, the beauty of a virtual hackathon is that anyone can take part. There's people from Europe, people from the UK specifically. There's people from the US, there's people from India. We've got anyone taking part. So yeah, just a big good luck wherever you're from, and you can win the prizes. So thank you very much, everyone. Good luck for the hack. Make sure you join the session at 3 for the theme announcement. And then the big one is the intro at 6, which that will give you all the information you need to start. And then as soon as that's done, you can start hacking. So yeah, good luck to everyone. Thank you very much for joining, and I will speak to you later.